Wait, let me do the intro.
Wait a second. All right, go.
Hi guys.
Talk normal. Talk loud. Let's go. Let's go.
I
Hello.
used to love these when I was little.
All right. Hey, it's Monday night, September 23rd. It's John and Kendall just hanging out. Mama Bear, Brady, Cooper have gone to bed. They had baseball tonight.
Brady hasn't.
Oh.
And Mom hasn't.
All right. Well, Mom's winding down, and I've got Kendall down here so she can be quiet. Would you stop primping, please? Kendall, be normal. So a little bit about if you guys are just checking out our channel, we're a part-time reseller family. I used to have a handyman business. Chris.
What?
He's the garage guy. The guy that's got the neat garage.
What?
So what's going on? And so I'm a part-time reseller. Dive a little bit in yard sales, flea markets, do a little bit of online auctions. Kendall said dumpster diving. Matter of fact, I got a nice. Where's my bag? Look at this, baby. Nice bag of onions.
Look.
So anyway, I'll let Kendall talk to you for a few minutes. All right, Kendall, roll, baby.
Guess how many more days until my birthday? Guess how many more days until my birthday? There's not this week, not next week, the week after that on Monday. Last time it was Sunday, but this week.
Hey, you gotta turn around. You're not talking to me, kiddo.
But this.
Let me just clean up this little mess.
What? Of yours?
Yeah.
My dad just made a mess. My shirt looks like an Oreo. So this is the Oreo filling, and this is the icing. And then what if there was another heart? It would be like an Oreo.
All right, hey,
shirt.
Sit down and talk, Kendall, or you just go upstairs. Come on, girl. Help me out.
I don't know what my dad's doing. But can any of you draw a unicorn? I can. I'm drawing it.
Kendall, talk.
I'm drawing the unicorn for them. Okay. Oh my, this was the strawberry that my dad broke. Be sure. My birthday is October the 7th. October the 7th. My birthday's October the 7th.
All right. All right, Kendall. Thanks, man. Let's see if anybody else is in the chat, baby. Say it's coming up this month. So it's tough to share.
My dad knows nothing
Yeah,
about
it's tough to
birthday.
share. Don't share your real birthday on mine. Chris is a good guy, but other people might get it and open up a $10,000 credit card. Right, Kendall? All right, talk, Kendall, please.
I'm telling him how old I'm going to be.
Okay.
I'm 7 right now, so I'm going to be 8. I'm drawing my unicorn still.
All right.
Dad?
You're good. Let me slide in my chair, please. Can you go out to the garage and get me a carbonated drink, please?
I don't know where the garage is.
Kendall?
I know
show them
where
your
the
unicorn real quick, and then they
That's
can
a
see
bad nose. Let me.
So she's going to be 8. Say 8. You're writing on my list, my to-do list, Kendall.
It's fine.
Oh, gosh. All
There's
right.
so
I'll
much
start
paper in the house.
Start a new list. She's drawing a unicorn. So, hi, Cindy Rosen. Chris, how are you doing? Uh-oh.
What?
Something happened to our audio. Let me see. I'm going to flip over.
This is the pen that my dad broke.
All right, Kendall, hold on a second.
When we were doing a pencil fight.
Let's step over here real quick. Let's do the rookie mistake and see. I'm going to check it out on my side too, guys.
Look. Look. Oh, that's creepy.
Hold on. Let's see what we got.
Let's just do...
Watch, move, Kendall. Move back, please. We're buffering a lot today, too. I've got to take my oh, I hear it. Is that better? Hold on, let's turn it up and see if it's better. All right, don't touch anything. Oh, no.
What?
All right, man, we're going to end it. We'll probably figure out something next night. Thank you guys for coming in.
What?
Oh, wait.
That's so quick.
Hold on. Oh, hold on, Kendall. Stop touching. Hold on, let's see if we can figure this out real quick. Yeah, I hear like it's a high-pitched noise. But everything's muffled.
Because you're not pressing that.
What? Pressing what?
This.
But it should be coming out live on here. Let's see if it does. See, it's not picking up. All right, we'll figure it out. Hey, we might pop back on. Let me do a couple tests and all that. All right, please.
Bye, guys.
All right, please move over out of the way.
I'm telling them bye.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can figure this out here. Let's go back to still buzzing. Yep, still buzzing. All right, let's see here. Let's mute it. To here. Test, test, test. Yeah, it's just not loud enough, is it? I've got it like full. Got it like full. All right, is it still buzzing now? Kendall? All right, is it better now? Do a 1 if it's better. I'm gonna pop over to the. Okay, that's better. All right, I just turned it off and turn it back on. So, and then I moved it over a little bit. So, all right, Chris, tell me what's up today. What's going on? You guys, I don't think you did the mid-morning show. Cheryl Knows is in the house. She's a friend RVA or reseller here in RVA. I'll tell you what happened is, man, I had a long show last night. I don't know if y'all, I got on live and 4 hours, 5 hours later, somebody came on last night, Draft Horse Diva, and she's kind of new to going lives and all that. And we honestly sat there and talked probably for about 2 hours. So it was awesome to have Sandra Draft Horse Diva on last night. And next person, Bumcrack, I'm gonna have you on sometime. Chris, you can come on sometime. But yeah, Chris, you guys do the show on Tuesday. I know you don't do Monday. I also watched Norgus, her show, the ladies show. I actually leave that on in the background. It's kind of neat to see the ladies sit around and talk about stuff and just kind of positive YouTube. So that's what's going on. So shout out to, let's see, Chris was first in the house tonight. Cheryl Knows, Cindy, Bumcrack's popping around. Kendall was on, and then when we had sound trouble, she kind of popped off. She's over doing social media right now. We've had a busy week. We picked up Moms and not daisy flats. What are those? The short little flowers that you can actually eat. But they were sold for a fundraiser for the baseball team. So we got those out, raised another $1,000, I guess, for the boys to go to Cooperstown next summer. So, all right, Chris, let's see what's going on. Come on, hang out. I'm going to put an invite out. I'm still learning how to do this thing. There you go. So I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with the home show. I've got 4 days left getting ready. We've got a consignment sale for Caroline this week. We've got baseball. We've got Cooper's cotillion on Friday. He's doing cotillion. And then we've got this home show. So I'm just going to do the best I can with what we've got lined up, and realize that probably we'll hit it hard again, probably do 2 flea markets in October, and maybe do a Christmas home show. And I think I'm going to kind of take the fourth quarter Lindy Glenn approach this year on my business, and that I'm just going to get in good habits of listing, continue to clean out the house, and not RA or source as much stuff as I've done in years past, and enjoy family, and probably do some stuff for some families in the neighborhood and all that. And so I'm going to kind of change my model a little bit and just list what I've got, if you know what I mean. So this is one of my things that I bought from Uncle Jed's auction shed that I'm probably going to sell at the home show. It's kind of a homemade button necklace. And I'm on Streamworks, yeah. And then here's another one. So I always ask in the chat, if you see this stuff, what sort of price tag y'all think I should put on these? I love too that you guys that are popping in, we're still like a super young channel and super small. I don't know how big it's going to grow, but it's neat that we had great participation last night. The chat we were talking, oh my God, we were talking about eating possum and squirrel and all that last night. It was pretty funny how the chat ended up going to that. And Draft Horse Diva, we were talking about her collection of costume jewelry and a little bit on where she lives and kind of her let me see, well, her care for history, I guess. She had found some historic photographs of the civil rights movement and kind of saved them, I guess, and returned them to the original family. And it was nice hearing the story of that. And all right, so Cindy, which one? You like the color buttons? What's a nice price tag for that, you think? I know I've kind of got in my head what I'm going to ask for them. I'm going to see what you guys think. And they're kind of cool. I kind of like the white ones better, but so that's the white one, or that's the colored one. And you can tell, I mean, not to beat a dead horse and all that, but this does have looks like on the back of the neck, the necklace is a little dirtier, but I like the white one better. I think that's cool. Keeps moving. There we go. All right, Cindy, you're right now. It's going to be 18, and then I probably would go down to 15. So, yeah, Bumcrack, thanks for promoting Draft Horse Diva. I originally kind of just met her through social media on Uncle Jed's auction shed, Jerry Whitney, and not a lot of times, but occasionally we'd bid against each other. And it's kind of neat in this like reseller community, and then it kind of overflows into the jewelry community on how we, you kind of get to put a face with a name and get personality. And there's some folks on here that are a little bit more liberal than conservative, or more Democrat than Republican, or I'm more a free enterprise guy. I love the freedom and the opportunity we have in America, and I kind of want less government, but also I believe in strong national defense, and whether you like whatever the current administration, make America great again. I've always thought America was great, but I always think it could be better also. So, and I think as resellers, we're part of that making it better kind of thing, because we're small, middle-sized entrepreneurs that help. She her ears must have been itching. Sandra's in the house. All right, so you're here, sitting there hard.
What's going on?
Hey man, what's up?
Sandra's in the house. I can hear an echo. You're not watching yourself in your phone?
What's going on? Hey man, what's up? Oh, no,
I can hear. Or is it only me?
No, I'm muted. That's you.
On your phone? What's going on? Hey man, what's up?
I'm on my laptop. Is that your side?
No, I'm muted. That's you. Is it?
You have another YouTube open?
No.
Is that your side?
Let's check. Is that better?
Yep.
That was me. How's everything?
It's good. That's good. I can't. What good is it to complain?
Right. I put a little bit of light here because I'm in the garage and I'm missing. Well, the light bulbs are going out.
Yeah.
You saw my videos. I got a bunch of free stuff. That is all of that you can see there.
So did you do it as a? I didn't see the video, but did you do it just somebody's cleaning out? You decide to come by and pick it up, or what happened?
Well, so what happened is that I was checking on Facebook Marketplace because I needed a desk, and before that I was checking on Lowe's, and I found the desk that I liked, but it was like $600, and we just moved here to Arizona, so I'm like, I can't spend that much. So then I started checking on Facebook Market.
I remember you saying that your move was a little bit more expensive than you thought it was going to be.
19,000 more expensive than we thought it was going to be.
That's that could be a whole year's salary for some people.
Yeah, it was terrible. And then just getting everything together here and getting the business together, because we moved around 400 products here.
Right.
So because the things weren't fitting on the truck, we had to all the totes that I had organized, I had to just mix them all up. So you can imagine what is that. I'm still struggling with that. But I saw this desk for free, so I told the lady, you know what, we're gonna go check it out. I went with the truck. I have a Tahoe, and it didn't fit. My wife went with the Tahoe. It didn't fit, so we arranged it for the next week. The sister came next week, and when we went to pick it up, I went with a friend with his truck. And I told the lady, hey, this desk it's expensive desk. I'm guessing used, I would have found it in 200, 300 at least. So I told the lady, you know what? Because of that, I can help you clean out whatever you need. Just to pay back a little bit of the of the free desk. And she said, well, there's the washer, 2 washers, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what? Don't worry, I'll help you out. So if I rent a trailer, a U-Haul, for next weekend, I'll just get it out of here. The trailer is going to be $19 and the gas. It's even cheaper than the desk. So I said, I'll do it. So when I went, what was it, Saturday morning? Yeah, Saturday morning. And she started saying, so the washer and the dryer doesn't have to go today. I'm coming in another month. But all of this here, it's free. And it was basically all of that. She said, if you can help us out, clean it out, or if you want it or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'll help you out. I loaded the Tahoe 2 times, and I got some shelves. There's still some shelves that I have to pick up, but it's going to have to be until next month. But all the stuff that are there, it was free. And it's crazy because it's so many stuff, and it's a lot of good things.
So it's some stuff you can resell then, and then some will you donate some of it, and then some of it is dump, or what?
To be honest with you, for example, this little thing comes in there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I can sell it easily. Um, I went through 2 boxes only, and I don't see trash at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
crazy.
did them a favor to get it
Yeah.
out. They don't know what to do with it. They did you a favor.
Yeah, she kept telling me when I was removing everything. She's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. We really appreciate it." And I'm like, "No, you have no clue. We appreciate it." Let me show you another product that came there.
So I just switched up my. I used to have my name, my phone number, and my address on my business card, and just recently I've taken my address off, but I do still share my card. It's got my name, my phone number, and my email. And I'm always like, if you do a good job for that lady, I guarantee if you dropped a card with her, she'd probably talk about it with her girlfriends, and you're going to get more stuff
Yeah,
from her neighbors or friends or whatever. Say, hey, this guy came by.
check this out. Collector's album, 25-cent coins, minted 1999, 2008, and then you have majority of the coins in there.
Wow.
And that's the only what I can see on top of it. Look at this. You can't see what it is yet, right? It's a PS3, PlayStation 3.
Oh, wow. Wow.
6 games came in here.
Right.
I picked yesterday 2 games that I know they're pretty good, and they sold yesterday. And I mean, there's so much things that I need to go through.
Wow.
Yeah. So
who needs to go spend money to source? You can just go pick up freebies and then just pick up more stuff. I mean, you just turn around that tote, right? That's a $10 tote.
Exactly.
Just the tote.
Yeah.
That's $10.
If you open it, well, it's full with toys.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, for me to sell it on eBay, I might not be able to. It's talking now. I'm gonna have to remove it. I'm not gonna be able to sell it on eBay, but I can post it easily on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll sell it.
Right. Hey, John, Nevermore.
This other tote came in here too.
Yeah, that's even a more expensive tote. That's a Home Depot tote.
And this one has the same thing.
Yeah. So Chris, do you have flea markets in your area?
What is that?
Flea market?
No. Well, it's seasonal.
Okay.
Yeah, I am planning on getting 2 spots. I've never done it before, so I am kind of questioning.
Well, I'm talking about like in our area, they have like an old drive-in theater where they set up on Saturday and Sunday, and you just go pay like $10 to rent a space, and you like set up your yard sale in the parking lot, and then everybody kind of comes through and shops. And it's seasonal in our area too, but we're still running probably for another month or 2.
Oh no, here because it was so hot and it's just cooling off. Now is when it's gonna get good.
Oh, so it's just starting. Okay.
Yeah, but as you can see, well, I have a big mess back there. Like you have no clue. It's so many things. Yeah. It's so many things. And on the other side, we do have it a little bit more organized, but it's a lot of work.
So you being new to that area, have you met any other resellers or run into anybody else that's doing kind of what you're doing? And then you can ask them like about the flea market. Like in our area, one flea market is better on Saturday, and then the other one's better on Sunday. And you kind of figure out, you go to the one over by the racetrack on Saturday, you go to the one Bellwood, which is the drive-in one, on Sunday. And then there's different setup times. You can either get there super early or you get into overflow by like 9 o'clock, and both of them are pretty much, either one is beneficial. But a lot of that stuff, it's like, oh, those toys are cool, but you could, sell them on eBay $12-15, or you sell them, at the flea market for $5 to $8, but you quick flip it and you could probably get rid of half of that stuff all in one flea market deal and make a couple $100.
Yeah,
you just got to decide what you're going to do with it. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying that's an option.
No, yeah, and
No.
it's true. The thing is that it really depends because, okay, I can post it on eBay, and I'm not sure how much they're worth, right? Because toys is not my thing. But I can look it up, and maybe they will be expensive, but it also takes space.
Right. Yep.
So I need to know what kind of products do I really want to hold to, and
Right.
what kind of products I'm gonna have to let go for cheap. But I'm pretty sure it's valuable. I mean, these toys apparently were her son's toys. So this is the story. The Who gave me all this was the daughter, and the lady, the mom, she passed away.
Right. So the daughter's kind of cleaning it out.
Yeah, so she didn't want to hold any things. I don't know if it's sentimental or I don't know what's the deal with it, but they don't want to hold anything that was in the house.
So Infinite Mua said eBay and Facebook Marketplace. So
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace is good, and you could do like one listing with multiple pictures, and you might be able to sell all those toys to like either a collector or somebody's got a daycare center or who knows.
No, and then I'm gonna bring right now another item that I found, and this is again just on the top of the box.
Right.
Where with that, you saw the coins, you saw the PS3. A lot of games came in there. There's 3 boxes packed with books.
Right.
So those I'm gonna scan them to see if I can send them to Amazon. Then there's these. Let me bring them. They're from the USPS. They're stamps cards, but
Yeah.
they're the folders from 1991 to 1996, 7, I believe they have.
So are they already canceled? They've got the stamps and they've got the issue date.
It looks like I don't know if they still do it, but it looks like they were selling like for you to collect the stamps from every year.
Right. Okay.
And there's some stamps that on the back say $60, $40, and it's vintage. It's from a long time. Let me bring it so you can see what I'm talking about. In the meantime, you can entertain them with something. I'll be fast.
So okay, Infinite Mua is here. Nevermore Antiques, John. Hey, John. By the way, I tried to download DaVinci, and I ended up somehow in the Google search or whatever. It ended up on Filmora, and I think I downloaded Filmora like 3 times. I've got a trial on it. I've attempted like 3 different videos. Got a little bit frustrated, so I need to either undo Filmora or do a video, try to figure it out. So this past weekend we had a yard sale at church, and I filmed, cleaning out the storage unit, cleaning out the other storage unit, staging it, travel time, tables, booth setup, second booth setup, tarps over the stuff. And it's a lot of work doing a yard sale, but also it's a quick way to get a couple $100. And I was standing there, and 52-year-old guy, college educated, degree in architecture. And I said, this is what I do to make money. So, it wasn't a lot of money, but we've been able to, stay out of, first day issues, John. That's right. But I enjoyed it. I met a lot of cool people I hadn't seen in a while. I had the kids out there helping at the yard sale. I was really proud of Brady. I think I'd mentioned it last night in the chat where we were doing our booth setup, and he kind of stood back and took a look at like what the curb appeal of the booth was. And so he's starting to catch on, and I'm trying to talk him into, they're doing a fall festival at the school, and they're doing a entrepreneur corner where kids can come and sell their wares and all that in this entrepreneur corner for 2 hours. One of the girls on our street does hair ties or whatever, and she's done a couple different shows and sold them. I'm trying to see if I can talk Brady into possibly doing a auction shed auction where he comes up with some items. Of course, my wife doesn't think it's a good idea, and Brady's kind of liking it, but he's not sure his friends will know what an auction is and whether they'll buy anything. And so we'll see. All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah. So look, I was looking these things up. Like, these are stamps, right? Even a stamp like this has value.
Right.
And of course, there's like 9 or 10 of these bags with different stamps depending on the year.
So then
But what's really
none of them are canceled, right? None of them have the stamp on them, like a half circle stamp.
no.
So they're
Not-
unused. Okay, first date. Okay.
What is cool is, like, for example, this.
Yeah.
So it says 1997 commemorative stamp collection, and then this was issued by USPS.
Right.
So this is where you
Yep.
put all the stamps and stuff like that, right? So she bought the books. That the books have the price. Like this book right here says that it was $39.95.
Right.
That was in 1997.
And that's new. That's got nothing in it, right? It's just the book.
All the stamps come in it.
Okay. Cool.
They're just not stick to it.
Right.
So she didn't even stick the stamps in there.
Yep.
You can see like this one, for example.
So that's new. That's new. Ready to get ready
Yeah.
to go, basically. Wow, man.
See?
Yep.
So all of this, it's collect U.S. commemorative, their
Yep.
fun, their history, their America. So all this kind of stuff,
There's
they
a book.
really do have value. Of course, I need to do my homework and check.
Yep. So
What
I'd mentioned last night we were talking about Pyrex and Fire King and different things on, of course, all the resellers are a good resource, but Facebook, there are Facebook groups for anything, military stuff, Legos, Pyrex, Fire King, whatever you want to collect. I mean, Pokemon, whatever. So USPS stamps, I'm sure there's Facebook groups where you could get on there and everybody loves talking about their stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty cool stuff. I looked some up. Like, for example, this one right here, just the book is going for $60.
Right.
Well, depending on the condition.
Right.
But the crazy thing is that all the stamps are in here. All these are the stamps.
Yep. Wow. She's just ready to clean out. She's ready to clean out. And you must have been a really nice guy because she gave it all to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a compliment to you.
See, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk, because I am gonna do a video showing all the stuff that I find there. I really don't know how to do it because I don't want to do an extremely long video, but I do want to show everything that I found here.
Right.
And one of the things that I did want to say is exactly that. She didn't give me all of this stuff just because it was like, oh, for free, please just come take it,
Yep.
It's more than anything because I was willing to help her.
Right.
Because she gave me the desk, so I was like, you know what, I'll just help you out.
Yeah.
You did a favor for me, I'll do a favor for you back. And then, as a result of that, I got all of this.
That's the principle of sowing a seed. Sometimes you'll offer that help, and it doesn't come back where you sow that seed. But this time, man, it was like immediate return. She helped you out, and you helped her out, and honestly, the blessing is on both sides. But man, you're talking. I bet you when it's all said and done, you got over $1,000 plus of stuff there.
I'm 100% sure that it is.
Yeah.
That's the case.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome.
Let me show you one more.
Justin and Marie, welcome in. How are you guys doing? We're not going to go as long as we did last night, but it was awesome. I'm still excited about having Draft Horse Diva last night in the chat and talking, and that was cool.
Check this machine.
Oh wow!
These brand new are from $300 to $400. On eBay without the box is selling for $150, $160.
Right.
Machine is there, looks like new.
So see again, Chris, that one again, I'd listed Facebook Marketplace, Parker pens. So that's an ink pen, right? It's got an inkwell on it.
It has both. It's the pencil, the one that you just press and you put the little sticks.
Right.
And the pen, yeah.
Now, is the pen a ballpoint pen or is it an inkwell fountain pen?
No, it's an inkwell. Yeah.
So it's a fountain pen. Okay, cool. So the Parker one, man, I'd list that maybe to see what's going on eBay because that's an easy ship. But that KitchenAid, I bet you can sell that local, no problem, man. That's an easy, probably $150 bill.
Hey,
Good.
Craft Maker, thank you for putting the link. Yeah.
So Star City said they sold some Parker pens for $100. So those pens might be about $100 worth right there.
Nice. Awesome.
So Marie just put your channel up too, so that's cool.
Yeah, thank you, Marie. Yeah, she's always there.
She did a cool. Actually, Marie, it was cool last night. She went live with me, but she was incognito, where she just did her. She had access through the voice, but there was no visual.
Oh, okay, cool.
And that was cool. And some people don't like getting on and like being seen. And I said, well, just come on and just talk, man, entertain us.
Right.
And so it was nice, kind of having her in the background. I'm not sure, what her and Justin were doing when the camera was off, and they might have been drinking some beer. I don't know. They might have been drinking some beers. But that's the advantage of, going dark and and they were very quiet on whatever stuff they were doing. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's true. They say they sold the pen for $35.99. I saw that the prices go from $19 all the way to 200 and something. So it depends. I need to look up what model it really is. But yeah, like, so what I'm planning to do, because I need to get rid of these things here. I mean, at least put them in boxes and stack them on boxes, right? So what I'm gonna do is small things in one box that I know I can post and sell right away, and the other things, the bigger things, in another box, and I'll just try my best.
So so that that foosball table, how much do you think you can get for that? Sell it.
You know what? I have no clue. I really have no clue because, well, they wrote stuff here, right?
Yeah.
But they're still cool. Now, I remember seeing some of these at Marshalls or Ross, not for very expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, here's a model number and everything, so I should be able to check it out.
See, to me, that's like,
Yeah.
and this is just my opinion. And when you guys see how messy my house is, I've got to get rid of stuff. But that would be like just a quick get it out for $10 on Marketplace and be done with it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Man, you've got so much good stuff though, man. The PlayStation 3, the stamps, I think will do okay. I was talking to my mail lady because I was mentioning it last night. My grandfather collected stamps for me back in the 70s and 80s, and when he appraised it, he used to do it every other year. He'd do an inventory and how much it was worth, and it was like up $20,000 or so. And he would buy sheets, plate blocks, and the different blocks you do. You have the 4 in a corner, and then it has the number, the mint number or the plate that it was printed on, and all that stuff. Of course, if it's not canceled, it at least holds the face value of what the stamp was. But a lot of times it's worth more than that. And if you can get in, like, I'm thinking about getting in these Facebook groups on stamps, because then I'll avoid the fees, and I'll only have to, whatever the price is plus shipping. Which you guys helped me out last night with that Pyrex. I think Myra sent me to a group, or invited me to a group where it was Pyrex auction group, and they basically do a SB, which is starting bid, and I think they set a time limit, and then it's the bid plus shipping. And it looked like there was some activity going on. Yeah, Kendall.
So like this,
Kendall
1991.
Yeah.
And it has a Olympics thing on the back.
Yep.
So yeah, I have to be careful. I don't want to sell it super cheap. I mean, even though it was free, right? But
I think what you've got going for you is it's all new. It's like it was just bought at the post office, because the stamps are there, but they're not stuck in there on the.
So this one is, but it's like a paper. See the stamp?
Right.
How it just comes off? It's not like they licked it and stick it there.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. I mean, I really have to see, because yesterday that I was seeing the prices of the books. I'm pretty sure that's just for the books without the stamps. Now, if you have all the stamps, like you can see here, there are all the stamps in there, and this is from 1991.
Right, right.
That you remember these guys?
Yeah. That's Laurel and Hardy.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really need to check it out. All the stamps are here. It's just
So stay in touch. Once you get that research done on those stamps, let me know.
yes, I will.
I don't want to pull out my stuff and show you all my stamps, but figure out what you got going on.
Yeah, no, and if you do the same thing, let me know too, because this, I mean,
it hasn't become a priority for me yet because mine's all in boxes and it's small and it's out of the way. I need to just declutter just the stuff I've been piling in my living room.
it blows out my mind how they didn't want to keep this. Why wouldn't they keep all this? You know?
I mean, you can't take it with you. That's the dilemma on this earth. You know, once you die, you're gone, and all your material stuff is here. So,
but what about the daughter that?
Yeah, they had no interest. That again, I say that's a compliment to you because you probably look like an honest guy.
I should probably not be showing this, but even this box.
Yeah, that you got to turn that back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Next time you have a big eBay shipment, just haul it in there. It's a good tote. That can be your mail tote.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It says right there that you have to turn it back in and everything, but that's how she collected things, even on the box. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off from my job. The rest of the days I work from 4 p.m. to 3 a.m.
What was you had said what do you do for work? What's your work?
So right now, because I wasn't planning on doing it, I'm delivering at Domino's.
Right.
Which is a really good job because I get my hourly pay plus the tips, and people here are extremely generous.
Right.
And the other day I got a $35 tip.
Yep.
And an order of $60.
No, you can't. I know you can't when you're delivering. You can't solicit. You know, it's like, hey, I sell on eBay. Do you know anybody that's got stuff they're getting rid of?
No, but you know what?
Could you third party it where you say something like, hey, this is off the cuff, but I got a buddy that sells on eBay. You know anybody that's getting rid of stuff?
No, but actually I found just yesterday, I found a little Toshiba TV. With a DVD player combo included on the TV. It's a old TV, but it's for gamers.
Right.
It's going for 160 on eBay, shipping included. Okay, we'll say 80 shipping and whatever it is rest. But I found it for free.
Wow. Yep.
Later, I found the 30-inch TV also for free with the control remote, and it has notes. Free TV works. So here, I say it on my videos all the time. People are giving out things all the time.
Right.
Well, I might not tell people, you know, if you want to get rid of things, let me know. But when I'm driving around,
and you see it sitting around, right?
Find stuff always, all the time.
You say, hey, that pizza's hot. It can wait a minute or two.
Can you see this chair?
Yeah.
I found it. It's a leather chair. I've seen these in what is it, Staples for 200 plus. It's a leather chair. The only thing wrong with it, is this right here.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's in perfect condition.
Was it from a house or was it from Staples?
No, it was actually outside of a business.
Okay, yeah.
But it was free. So if it wasn't free, I stole it.
The Staples, you know, the office supply stores, anybody that buys a chair, they take it home and they cannot put it together. They just, because you got to assemble it at home, people bring those chairs back, and the stores cannot resell them because of liability purposes. If somebody else, and then there's a part screw missing and the chair falls apart, and they say, well, I bought this. This is an open box. They can't sell open box chair. So they will take a perfectly good return chair and razor blade it and cut it all up and throw it in the dumpster.
Oh, wow.
Now, occasionally, if you got the schedule right on when they dump in the dumpsters, sometimes those chairs end up in the dumpster and they're not cut up. And the reason I believe that they're not cut up is because I think possibly the employees might, after work, want to come by and get them, so it's like you've got to figure out the schedule to beat them to it kind of thing. And we've had a couple like that that we've gotten that were brand new, direction, everything. It was complete. We got it. And Brady's got it up in his room now. And you would think they'd have somewhere they could donate those to. It's just a waste. They're brand new chairs. Nothing wrong. And they just X through them with an X-Acto knife and cut them all up. So that's one of my dumpster dive secrets there is office chairs, you know.
Yeah, being the huge business that they are, they have to do that. So, I mean, it would be nice to just leave it on the side without doing all those scratch things. They're not going to sell it, right? So might as well let someone take it.
It's liability. I mean, honestly, they should why couldn't you, like, I don't know, sign a release and give them to the employees? I mean, you got a couple college kids or whatever. Hey, you want the chair? Take it.
Yeah.
You know, or, you know, but that's what happens when people, you know, sue and all that. All it takes is one incident.
Thank you, Infinite Moi. Did I say it right? I have trouble with my.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in our chat. So welcome, man. It's like we're getting some newbies come in, which is nice.
Yeah, I know, but you know that dumpster diving thing. I'll be honest with you. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. I would go dumpster diving if I have to. I would do whatever it is. It's money, and a lot of people don't see that, right? People that don't like it, I say, well, just leave it there. I'll take it when I can. But when I was in California, the 2-3 times that I went for boxes, actually, I never found anything.
Right.
But in California, I mean, I would think all the time, if you're an employee from this place that you're working, let's say Ota, right? That a lot of people say, oh, go to Ota. There's a lot of things there, blah, blah, blah. I mean, people from Ota, the girls are going to take everything.
Well, I mean, their corporate thing now is I call it the Tammy Faye mush suit, is what they'll have $1,000 worth of cosmetics and they'll pour crap all over it and ruin everything and throw it out when they've reset it. And you see these dumpster divers that'll get all this stuff. One girl got a bunch of stuff and she tried to clean it up in her bathtub, and all the dyes and colors from the cosmetics ended up ruining her bathtub.
Oh wow!
They're trying to clean it up.
Yeah.
So
I had visions like that.
But okay, so here's my tip for you guys that are thinking about dumpster diving: is you can't go once. You've got to go to that same dumpster every day of the week for a complete week. And why do you do that? Is because one day you'll find the dumpster completely empty. That's the day they emptied it. You go the next day, there's probably not 2 or 3 days, there's nothing in the dumpster. Then it starts filling up with a little stuff. The max day to get stuff is the day before it's dumped. That's when businesses put all their junk in the dumpster because they know people dumpster dive. The question is who's going to get it first? Is the trash truck going to get it or the dumpster dive people are going to get it? The other thing is it's like there's when I was heavy in the dumpster dive and there'd be a strip mall. On one side of the strip mall, it was a Tuesday pickup, and on the other side of the strip mall is a Wednesday pickup. And then if you've got different companies that pick up, you've got to worry about that. You know, we've got county waste in our area and waste management. They don't always pick up in the same day. I think there should be a rule. I understand competition, but I think there should be a rule that, okay, like waste management bids on the complete mall and one truck picks up the whole mall. It's crazy when you've got 3 or 4 companies coming with their trash trucks and picking up all these different dumpsters. And then people are complaining about greenhouse gases and this and that. You know, there's a lot of money in trash, but I don't think there needs to be 3 or 4 companies picking up dumpsters. You know, you take this mall, I'll take that mall. But if you want, when you say you go and you haven't found anything, you got to figure out the dump schedule. And when you figure that out, it's just like I've got a couple different things here in town. One of them is office supply store, and their office supply is Thursday, Friday is when I've got to hit it hard to see what's there. And it's funny, I can be there and I can tell if other people have been in it because they, you never want to dump on the outside. You keep it all on the inside. But even you want to be neat. You don't want to open the bags and dump out all the bags inside the dumpster, because when they dump the dumpster, that stuff blows out.
Yeah.
And little things like that will piss a manager off, where, he might be feeding you some stuff out there if you just don't make a mess,
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why they don't want anybody dumpster diving. Let me turn my cam off really quick. I'm gonna take all this to the kitchen, because here it's pretty hot.
okay, cool, man. Yeah, you're good. Hey, Aaron, thanks for coming in the chat.
I'm gonna come right back.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll be able to hear me, actually. You're just not gonna see me. It's that dark moment.
Oh my gosh, I went dark too. It looks like two little eyeballs. I'm talking and that one gets a little big, and then you talk and your little eyeball gets big. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you better go back, John. People want to see you.
So, hey, Aaron, I thought about you. I hadn't done anything. Did you see last night? I did you a teaser where I showed you the Pokemon cards. Did you see that? We were talking, and were you on, Aaron, when Draft Horse Diva was on? She actually came on. It was really fun. She's a really special person. And it was neat to see one of my bidding opponents at Uncle Jed's auction shed. So, all right, what am I missing? Everything sells, period. Yep. So, Infinite, I thought you were asking about some of my cards or the stamps and all that. I've got the early 1, 2, 3 cent, 5 cent George Washington stamps. And I don't have any upside down biplanes, the popular ones on that. A lot of plate blocks. I buy some of the new stuff, but I haven't kept it. I used to buy a lot just because my granddaddy got me into the habit of it. I'll have to go one night. I've got to get through this show in probably the next couple weeks. I'm going to do really push on, is any of my junk appropriate for Christmas giving, and get it up and listed and just get it out of the house and decide what I'm doing. Okay, up higher. It's illegal to dumpster dive here. Yeah, Infinite, thanks for the compliment. We're both amazing. I don't know what makes us amazing. I'm just being me. I appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, Justin sold the stereo. I knew you would. I hope you got exactly what you wanted for it, because that thing was cool. I don't have to get a video on it, but Justin, congratulations on the sale. You got your spot. You got cash. You flipped a $25.
No, I'm into that.
So that's awesome. Let me see what else I missed. Yeah, so you talk about the auction, Marie. We were talking about going to the dollar store and bundling it, or buying stuff for the auction and reselling. I doubt if it's going to happen, because I don't think Mama Bear is excited about it. And so we'll have to come up with another idea on what we sell. I was thinking of maybe old sports equipment and all that. So we'll see that. So what sort of Pyrex you guys are getting in the arcade games? Is it like small stuff, cups? Marie, Kendall's still over on her device. Bum Crack, Star City in the house.
Hey, live.
So if anybody else wants to pop on, do show and tell, you guys are welcome. I know everybody loves talking about their stuff. There we go. Justin, back at 10:06, so 20 minutes ago. Again, congratulations on that stereo. I've got a bunch of electronics I inherited similar to what Chris did. I was helping somebody move and take her flat screen off the wall, and she had a high-end desk that she had bought at a high-end designer store here in town. And it wasn't, it's not worth what she paid for it. And I think she realized that. And I've got it in a consignment store now, because we just needed it out quick. It's like 2 days later the movie guys were coming, but we ended up getting a lot of other stuff that she's having a yard sale, and I said anything you have left that you don't want, we'll pick up. And so Brady and I went and picked up stuff, and we got some DVDs, some Black Diamond $5 videos, and a lot better. Like, you're still muted. And what else did we
Yeah,
get?
I was telling Miley to put back the light. It was too bright.
Yeah, Crate and Barrel. So we got a bunch of stuff that I've got to get rid of. So I don't know. You weren't on the chat last night, but Justin had a vintage receiver, 8-track player, record turntable, and a cassette player all in one. And it was in like a stand-up cabinet, and underneath the cabinet was the speaker, and behind the speaker screen, it had lights that lit up as the music played.
Nice. It was vintage?
Pardon?
That was vintage?
Yeah, that's vintage. That's probably from like the 70s.
Really? Wow.
And he ended up, he picked it up at I think it was like $80 at an estate sale, and he ended up getting it for $25. And then he ended up listing it, I think on Marketplace. They do a lot of sales on Marketplace. I think it was $125, $100. So, I mean, he hopefully tripled his money.
This is Malone.
So, hey, buddy, how are you?
Good.
I'm John. I live in Virginia. How old are you?
I'm good.
How?
Oh, I'm 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay, I've got a son that's 10 and 11, and I got my daughter that's 7.
Oh.
So you are in 4th grade?
Yeah.
4th grade. See, I know that stuff because I've got a 2nd grader and a 5th grader, and then I've got a middle schooler now, 6th grader. So
I have a 13-year-old girl here too.
yeah. So they're kind of in bed because they've got to get up early. But do you like staying up late? You do? That's Kendall. My 7-year-old's over there messing around.
What time is it, John, where you're at?
10:30.
Yeah, here it's 7:30.
Oh.
So early. But they go to sleep at 9.
Oh, see, Kendall will stay up with me if she could, probably till midnight. And
Yeah.
she'll get up in the morning, no problem, man. She's jumping on me, time to wake up. I'm like out of it. I can't handle these 5-hour.
Actually, he can go to sleep at 2, 3 in the morning. He's gonna be up by 6.
Right.
Miley, she can go to sleep at 8 p.m. She's gonna be up by 12, 1 if you don't wake her up.
Oh, she'll just sleep through. I'm waiting for that. They say that teenagers, like, they can sleep till noon or 1, and it's like I hope that doesn't happen in our house. I never did that when I was younger.
Aaron, I'm in Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Yep.
So Infinite said he wanted to start the bidding on that KitchenAid at $300. Now I don't know where Infinite lives, but
Marie, I'm in Lake Havasu City in Arizona. I'm actually 2 hours from Vegas. I actually moved here because in Vegas it's one of the liquidations warehouse, the liquidation.com, and it's 2 hours away. Vegas was a little too crazy for us. That's the reason why we moved to this place, and it's beautiful, and I want to get a shop so I can put all the free stuff in there and just have people come in and buy it from there.
So you did. So you went to that. Did John, the homeless millionaire, go with you to that thing?
Actually, that's where I met them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's where I met. The first person that I met was Scott. And it's funny because I went and I'm like, hey, Scott, can I take a picture with you? And he started talking to me like if we've been talking for years.
Right.
He's a pretty awesome person. And then John came along. It was only Scott by himself. He was looking for John. Then
Right.
John came along, and John also started talking. Lori, his wife, John's wife, oh, she's amazing. So everybody's so awesome. Everybody's really cool.
I tell you, it's sad too. Like the positive and negative YouTube and the haters and all. It's just like everybody. Everybody just shares their stuff, and if you don't like what they share, don't watch them. But don't
Exactly.
do all this thumbs up, thumbs down junk and all that. I don't know.
You know, when they started attacking John, I'm not gonna talk a lot about that. But when this person started attacking John, I got upset. So
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that you mess with my friends and you mess with me, right?
Right.
And I'm not gonna be aggressive or be too, but I would like, hey, like, what is your problem? Hey guys, can you lower that down, please?
So, I mean, I understand YouTube can be brutal, man, because you've got a great community of friends, and then all of a sudden you got some trolls coming in, and they can change the direction, and something gets misconstrued, or
What really made me
say
get
something and they hear something else, and if you don't like the content, don't watch it. Let other people, and it's like not everybody's going to buy classes. Some people want it for free. Not everybody sells on Amazon. Just like I don't choose to do fulfillment by FBA, but I don't rag on people that do.
yeah. What made me really mad is the fact that John and Scott, they're putting something together, like a workshop, and that was what the lady made the video about.
Right.
And basically that's John's life now. That's like his job, And to be honest with you, he showed me his numbers on Amazon. Actually, he didn't show me. I looked. He was eating here with me, and I took a peek. And when I saw him, like, what? And then he showed me. And it's crazy. It's a crazy number. I don't want to say it because I've never.
It's not our business.
This is how much I sell a month, but it's a crazy, crazy number.
Right.
And that day we went to do some shopping. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, I'm stopped for a second. Tell me, get Kendall, see if she can get me a drink. Hold on a second.
Yeah, they're fighting. They're about to go each one to their room and not watch the TV if they continue.
She grabbed me like this. No, I did not.
What's that beeping?
At his house.
What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, this is just the dining room, and over there I have that light over there. Hope you guys don't get like but yeah, that's the rest of the house over there.
No, I like your pepper grind. That's pretty cool. And your salt grind. That's a salt and pepper grind, right?
You know what's funny? I've been seeing these for a year because my wife has them already.
Watch, Kendall, just like this. Yeah.
And I just knew how to use it 20 days ago.
Oh, you didn't know how to do it? You didn't know how to do it?
I didn't know. I just saw it, and then the other day I pressed the button and a bunch of salt came out, and I'm like, oh, that's how they work. They're not just.
That's funny. Kendall, you got to go in the kitchen, sweetie. All right. I think it's open.
Justin, that's exactly what they do. They read for 30 minutes before they go to bed. Yeah.
Now, see, ours is like Kendall maybe will read. Brady and Cooper, we've got to force them, like, take away baseball, take away Fortnite from Cooper. Brady rags on his older brother because he says you're addicted to Fortnite. Brady's not. He doesn't like electronics too much. You got to find out what kids are not willing to lose, and then that's how you get things done.
I opened it.
Kendall, this is flat.
Why?
Please go out in the garage.
I'm scared.
All right, well, then you sit here and talk to them real quick, and let me go get it. All right? Please behave, okay? But talk. Tell them what's going on at school tomorrow.
Talk.
So, guys, I had a little issue with eBay. I don't know if anybody that's watching has having an issue like this. So I saw the product, and I had probably 7 of these, and I had 2 left. And yesterday, after so long, I sold the 2 that were left. And it's been so long that I've been having them that I just decided to test them. And when I test them, I realized one wasn't working. So I end up just telling the customer that I had to cancel the order. But there has to be a way that you won't get dinged on eBay for canceling an order like that. Have you guys ever done something like that.
So you
John,
oversold it?
I sold it yesterday. I sold 2 DVDs,
All right, please move.
but one of the DVDs is not working.
So
So, and I don't know how it stopped working. I just, thankfully, I tested them. I tested because I've been having it for so long. So when I went to test it, one wasn't reading the disc.
So here's what you do is you say, thank you for your order. I tested the item and it appears it's not working. Do you still want the item?
Yeah.
All right. So that you give them an option to still have the item. When they respond back and say, no, I do not want the item anymore, then you can say that you can cancel the order per customer's request, because he just said, hey, I don't want the item anymore. Cancel the order. You see that?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're kind of giving them an option, even though it's, it's like you sold it as working, but you found out it didn't. So you say, hey, I want to thank you for your order. I tested it before we shipped it. The item's not working anymore. Do you still want it? They're going to say, no, I don't want it, and say, okay, I'll cancel the order and refund. And then you've got that documentation in there that say, hey, you gave him an opportunity to have it. He doesn't want it. I canceled the order.
John, with my wife, there's something that we always argue about is the fact that sometimes I see the need to lie a little bit to customers in certain situations. Let's say, for example, give me 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. That's what I said.
Yeah. So sometimes, for example, we had an issue with USPS losing us 14 packages. So they lost us 14 packages, and 2 of them came back. So I started texting the people, like sending them messages like, hey, this happened, blah, blah, blah. One of the ones that I got back, the customer never responded me when I told them, hey, I barely got it back. I'm going to send it. He never responded, so I didn't send it. So I waited.
Right.
And then one day I said, I'm going to send it. The address was wrong from this package. So I said, I'm just going to wait.
Right.
My wife sees that I never send the item and decides to send him a message. Hey, I didn't send your item. Oh, it went very bad.
So then it opened up a can of worms.
Yeah.
Right.
So in this case, I feel the need to lie a little bit, to say like, you know what? Well, not even really lie, but just twist things a little bit. I send it, I got it back. I didn't want to send it back. That was my intention.
Right.
That I really never sent it because the address was wrong.
So in a case like that, I don't know. I mean, it's like you kind of let them contact you, but it's confusing. You get stuff back and then it's like, has eBay refunded it? Did PayPal refund it? It's tough keeping it all straight. So the person that ultimately is responsible for, I would think, keeping it straight would be the customer. They're the ones that spent the money. So if they didn't get the package, they need to like, hey, I didn't get the package. So 2 reasons why that guy probably didn't respond to you. Either was like maybe a fraudulent or something shady about it, or the guy's like an ordering addict and he's got so many packages coming in and he's buying so much crap that he doesn't know what he's got coming into his house. He may get stuff or not.
Yeah, I have a customer that he bought a shaver 3 months ago. It's been the 4th email that I sent him telling him the address is wrong. I'm not able to send you your order, and he doesn't respond.
Yeah. So I always have a rule, and I'm going through a issue. I don't know if you watched last night, where I pocket dialed a bid to some crayons, and the lady accepted the bid, and she's trying to hold me to like, hey, you sent me a bid, that's legal. Now you've got to send me the $5 that you bid because I accepted your bid, and $8 to ship it. I said, I'm sorry. I said, I pocket dialed it. I do not want the item. I do not ship it. And she insisted again. I said, here's what I'll do, because I don't want to waste my mental energy on it. I said, I'll pay you the $5 and I'll pay you $1.80 in your fees that you would incur for the $13, if I paid the $5 plus the $8 in shipping. She's like, no, you got to pay me the full amount. And I said, I'm not doing it. I gave her an out. And so I called eBay today, and the lady said, yeah, as a buyer, if you don't want the item, you request to cancel the thing. And I said, the seller's not canceling the order. And so what's going to happen probably, and I sent her another polite text, gave her an update today that I contacted eBay, and they said in most cases, when a buyer and seller are in conversation, they can resolve the issue. I said, it was an error, pocket dial, please cancel the order. I don't want it. If you can't do that, then because it ties up her inventory too, because I'm not going to pay it. She can either cancel the order that I requested. She's probably not going to do that. So then she's going to say a payment. She's going to file that non-payment deal, and then it gives me another 5 days. I won't do that. And then eBay said, you'll probably get a dink on your account. And then they said, just call us and we'll remove it. Now, knock on wood, I hope eBay removes it if I do get a dink for not paying. But I always, if a customer asks me to cancel, I just cancel it. I move on. I say, keep it listed, list it somewhere else, sell it to somebody that wants it, because you end up opening up a can of worms. They don't want it. You say, oh, I shipped it out already. 50-50 chance that customer's probably going to try to return it or claim, item not as described or this or that. And this is only over $5.
Yeah.
It honestly was a pocket dial. I was like, because I got home and I had a little red dot and I said, oh, I sold something. And I'm like, what? I put a bid in, and I only had an hour to cancel it after the bid went in. Well, I was at my yard sale. I didn't get it till like 3 or 4 hours after the thing supposedly went through. So,
John, that's well, sometimes it's painful when it happens, right? That there's something on action and there's someone bidding. But when it's a high dollar price item, it's painful to say, oh, there was 6 bidders and this person who bid didn't take it.
Right.
But to be honest with you, every single time that a buyer wants to cancel an order, right away before they pay or even after paying, if I haven't sent the item myself to avoid problems, I'm just going to cancel that.
So my one thing was just like, every seller chooses how they handle customer service. You're choosing to try to get me to pay. I choose to, like, if it was the reversed, I would cancel the order. I'm sorry, and here, like, oh, people make the excuse, their dog stepped on their phone and ordered something, or the kid's got a hold of the phone. Any excuse is going to do, but this isn't an excuse. I pocket dialed, I guess.
Yeah, no, and to be honest with you, like I said, the thing is that you could get the item and say it's not as described.
Right.
And eBay will always protect more the buyer than the seller. That's a fact. I had items that they returned, and I can tell they messed up with the items, or they returned me an item that wasn't the one I sent.
Right.
And I have to look at it and say, okay, it happened. I do report the buyer, but there's not much you can do. You end up losing that money.
Yeah, it's the cost of doing business. And I mean, honestly, if you're an honest seller, the amount of returns and items not as described is minuscule to what like big box stores and retailers do.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is not everything is going to be a home run. It's like you're going to have some foul balls and outs and all that. It's not not every transaction is going to be perfect.
Actually, Kendall swipes your phone all the time, Marie says. I'm pretty sure.
Now well, where's my phone? Kendall.
Yeah, you see?
Kendall. Bring me my phone. She's got it again.
Yeah. She's buying stuff on eBay.
No, she's not doing it.
Let me go for my link.
Now, Brady knows how to look up scan items and all that. You better not be buying. I did. Matter of fact, I did. That day after I had sent the text off to the lady, I went up to take a shower, and in the shower, I said, what if Kendall ordered that? Just by chance, it popped in my head. And so I went down and asked her about it, and no, She didn't know anything about it. You would tell me if you did anyway, would you, Kendall? So,
I really like that video when she grabs the phone and starts showing us everything, you know?
right.
And you don't even know who.
It's funny when we're out doing like retail arbitrage and they'll go, Daddy, are you going to sell that on eBay? Like, it's so loud. So,
I like to tell people, well, it really depends. There's times that I see people and I don't feel like telling them what I'm doing. But most of the times that I've talked out and say, you know, I'm a reseller, good things come out of it.
right.
Then they start, oh, well, I have this and I have that, and it's good. It's good. It also depends. I mean, I just went to Goodwill, and it was Saturday 50% off, and ended up buying I think 18 or 20 packages of Yug diapers, well, for older people.
Right. Yep.
So on that moment, I don't feel like saying that I'm a reseller, because when I was paying, the lady was like, "Oh, I hope you get good use of them. Like you really use them like you should, because there's
Right.
people who really need them." And I'm like, "Okay, here goes." And if I tell them, "Oh, I'm a reseller," it's gonna be like, "Well, so you're buying them to make money instead of letting people just, you know, take it."
Dude, those are, I mean, they're expensive. I get my mom's, you know, in a nursing home, and I'm having to buy them by the case lot. She's not using them all the time, but you got to have them. And if you can buy them and sell them to somebody where they can save 10 or 15 bucks, you're doing them a favor, and they're doing you a favor from buying from you. So I wouldn't feel guilty about selling them at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No. I bought them each package for $2 each.
So they occasionally, when I was doing the bins at Goodwill, man, they'd come in and they'd have, I guess somebody was dumping by the case loads. And of course, you've got to pay by the pound down there, but it's still a good deal.
Oh yeah. Well, they're pretty heavy though.
Yeah, they are, but they're still even by the pound.
Well, let me see if you guys are able to see this with the light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's most of the stack there that I got. There are these right here. Let me see. The light is kind of not letting you guys.
Yeah.
So I paid $2 each, and they're selling 4 packages of these for $70.
Yep, you'll do good on those.
Yeah.
All right, I like this comment. Here we go. Respect the hustle.
Yeah. Draft Horse Diva. Nice. I like the name.
Oh, she came on my chat last night, and it was the first time she had ever gone live. And she was getting frustrated. And I said, man, I'm a caveman when it comes to internet. I mean, really, if you guys really knew, I mean, I'm still trying to edit a video and learn how to do that. And I was like giving her, like, kind of trying to walk her through, and don't quit. We're going to figure this out. And she was doing the rookie mistake, you know, where the YouTube is open and the volume is up and you're getting the
like me.
Way.
Like the beginning of the
Everybody does it. So
yeah.
But she got on and it was great. Oh my God. I'm still excited. I mean, you can tell I'm excited. It was really an honor to talk to her. And she bids on we do the Uncle Jed's auction shed. He does a couple auctions a week, and she's always bidding on stuff, and we've bid against each other on certain things. And it was just
where is that you guys bid?
It's called Uncle Jed's Auction Shed in Scottsville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
So, hey, Glenn, Swamp Picker, how are you? Welcome. So we were talking about giving up. You know, that's a great country auction, and you can get some great deals. And we start sharing it out, man. We're starting to bid against each other, and it doesn't get as cheap.
Yeah, that's the issue there.
Different margins and all that.
Here in Lake Havasu, what I want to do is get the storage, the units.
Right.
Because there's all kinds of things, and it's sad to say, but this is a town where there's a lot of people that are here to retire. So you see state sales every single weekend. There's a state sale every single weekend, and of course, there's people that pass away, unfortunately. But it's amazing stuff, and it's super cheap. when John came, actually, we went to a state sale, and he was talking to a guy. He says it a lot in his videos. He was talking to a guy that does the state sale. So he said, you know what? What's gonna happen now is that you, Christian, are gonna come clean out this place for him, and you're gonna cherry pick whatever you want to take.
Right.
The guy called me a week after to go clean out his house, the house that he was doing, and I was amazed with the things that he was gonna give me. So he started saying, so the deal is this, or you take it all or you don't take anything. And I'm like, okay, that's of course there's trash there, right? So okay, that sounds fair. You're saying that free stuff, a lot of free stuff, and things that he couldn't sell. And we started walking, and he started saying, so this is mine, this is yours, this is mine, this is yours, blah blah blah. You know, like this I keep, this you take.
Right.
And before closing the deal. So I saw everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make $2,000, $3,000, right? Especially in a shed that there was a bunch of tools.
But this was before the sale.
This was after.
Oh,
This
after.
was
Okay.
what was left. But
Okay. Yeah.
you have to take in consideration here. A lot of people don't go to the States because it's super hot.
Right. Right.
So he ends up with a lot of things. So he started saying that, and I'm like, okay. So I went and I did like 6 trips with the Tahoe. And same thing I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to end up getting a trailer to bring the things, the
Right.
bigger things. But on one of those times that I went, he had a guy buying stuff from the stuff that he said I was going to take.
Right.
So that I started not liking it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, I respect you, you respect me, and this is how it's going to be. I didn't say anything. I just saw what he took, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it go. But the next day, I see him taking stuff that he told me that he told me he was going to.
That was yours. Right.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
So you're done.
So
Right.
yeah, so I told him, you know what, this is gonna be the last trip. I already have the Tahoe loaded, and I'm out. If you want your things back, you can go pick them up, but I'm not gonna pick up your trash. And that was the end of the day.
Yeah.
And he was not smart because he pays people to do this.
Right. Right.
Guys, you really have to lower that volume, please.
So I've got a couple, I haven't had any come through yet, but I've got a couple storage units, guys. And I've said, hey, call me when you've got a unit that needs cleaned out. And I said, I'll come out and take a look at it and give you a bid on it. And then if there's anything in there of value, I said, probably I'll clean it out for free. So we'll see what happens with that. But right now, I just got to clean my house out. I got too much stuff. I don't have room to stage.
I just decided I'm not gonna buy anything but for Amazon FBA.
Right.
And that's because John and Scott just teach me a bunch of things. This is where it comes back to if it's worth it to get the workshop or not.
Right.
So I got the workshop, and I made so much money in a week
Right.
that you can't even imagine just by listening. Well, they've been on this business for years, and me, Amazon, I'm completely new to it.
Right.
So right now, I'm not gonna buy anything from my eBay store because I have so many. I can tell you, I have at least 600 products that I haven't posted.
Right.
At least.
Yeah.
So I already decided I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm getting free stuff. I got yesterday 2 TVs, a 14-inch and a 30-inch, both with DVD combos. So I'm not gonna spend money on that. If I spend money, it's just to send to Amazon that I know I'm not gonna have in the house.
Now, can you send like electronics to Amazon?
Yes, you can.
Have you done it?
Even older ones.
Right.
Yeah, I've done it. DVDs. Disc changers. But it's tough because if they get something, you really have to test them.
Right. Right.
You have to make sure 100% that
Yeah.
they work perfectly.
So how long have you been doing Amazon?
I've been doing Amazon for a year and a half.
Year
but,
and a half. Okay. But you just recently hooked up with Scott and them, right?
Yeah, the thing
kinda
is,
up your game.
that when I was in California, I started doing Amazon, and I started doing Amazon looking at what's his name? This guy that lives in Santa Cruz. that he does a lot of books. He's a YouTuber also.
Okay.
I can't remember his name, but he's pretty famous. I started looking at his videos, and I was going to
The guy
Target and
does a lot of his videos in the car.
no, it's
Not
not
that guy.
him.
Okay.
Who-
It'll come to you later.
Yeah, it'll come. You know, it goes, but it comes back. Anyways, he was showing, and I started doing that. But of course, they always show what is not going to hurt them.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
that's what everybody's seeing, is what everybody's doing. So you're not able to make money there.
Right.
So I stopped. 2 months before coming to live here, and I just started again when John came to my house. But it's a huge difference. A huge.
Yeah, that's like Lindy was talking about that today, about when the secret gets out, then the market tanks really. Reezy resell.
Reezy resells.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
Reezy resells. Yeah, so I was looking at his videos, and he's showing really cool stuff. And yeah, I was able to find some of the stuff, but I would go for 2 hours to Target, 2 hours to Walmart, and I would come back with $30 worth of merchandise.
right.
No,
That's what you start looking at, it's like what's your hourly rate?
exactly.
And you look at your return, like, there's some days I'm out yard selling and my hourly rate's terrible, but then there's value in hanging out with my kids and it's family time. So then when you can turn your family time into revenue and you're kind of like taking care of two things at once, there's benefit to that.
Yeah.
But then you never know that night that you walk in, 2:00 at night at Walmart and they've got, the 50 Funko Pops for $1, Or the latest one for me that I almost considered doing was they had a bunch of sprinklers that were like $24 on Amazon that were going for $7 at Walmart. And I was going to buy them all, but I needed my price to be down about $310, $315. But you got to have a relationship with the manager to say, hey, look, I don't want to buy one or two. I'm going to buy all of them.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you got to be confident in that buy, man. That's 50 sprinklers, yard sprinklers, and you're going into winter. But next spring, if you hit the buy box for next spring, here I'm talking like I know Amazon, but
John, the truth is that a lot of people, I've done mistakes that cost me money, of course.
Right.
Well, at the end of the day, if you sell it, you don't lose, right? It was in clearance, you don't end up losing. But there's times that you think you're going to make $300, $400 and you end up making nothing. But that's part of it, right?
Right.
You really learn from it. I've done mistakes that I really learned from them. And that's why I like to see channels all the time, because I see things that they're selling. And then when I go Goodwill or whatever it is, I can see what they bought, I don't
Right.
have to do my research, but there's nothing like doing your own research and finding your stuff. But mistakes are going to be there all the time.
I think one of my biggest mistakes is I have stuff that I think other people will want, and nobody cares about it. If it's gone through a whole 12-month sales cycle and it hasn't sold, and again, if you want your goal of an average sale price of $15 to $20, and you've got it listed for 10, there's no way you're going to make $15 to $20 profit if you've got an item sold for 10 and hadn't sold for a year. You're kidding yourself. You need to I need to get it out of my business, out of my house, and start getting stuff that's going to up my average sale price.
So let me tell you, John, what happened when I started. I started in 2013 on eBay. So when I started, I was actually delivering at Domino's, same that I'm doing right now. But I was born in Long Beach. Then when I was 9, I went to live to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. When I was 21, I came back to Monterey, California.
Mm-hmm.
And the first job that I got here was at Domino's delivery. So the manager there, he's a big time eBay seller, but big time. I'm telling you that he, not one garage, 4 garage pack of stuff.
Right.
He has 6 cars, pack of stuff. You can barely sit on the seat to drive the car. It's a tough situation because it's out of control.
Right.
But he keeps it secretly. Not everybody knows. And he told me one time, I kept hearing his phone ring and ring, like when you sell something. He was like, "Oh my God, I just sold this controller. It cost me 50 cents. I sold it for $10." And another thing, and another thing, and another thing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you see his store, right now he's at 3,500 items, right?
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure he has another 7,000 that he has in post. But when I started doing all this and I started seeing that, what I did is that I went to Armani Exchange because I like the brand, and I had a outlet pretty close, and I was doing $7 to $8 per shirt. Then I got into what he was doing, that was buying on Goodwill and stuff like that. He messed up. He didn't want to tell me his secret, but one time he showed me that he bought a disc and sold it for 160. It was a Microsoft software, and it had the tag of Goodwill. So that same day I went to
Oh, so he didn't tell you where he's sourcing from, right?
yeah. So I started doing that, and I started selling, and it was going great until I make a huge mistake. So I bought $400 or $300 worth of radios, like walkie-talkies.
Right, right, right.
So I thought it was a mistake at the time because I had
That's
3
a lot
months
of,
into
lot of
eBay,
money. Right, right.
right? And I put a lot of money into it. I was barely starting, and for me it was like, oh, I did this mistake. Well, right now it comes to the fact that it wasn't a mistake, and I let them go. I actually let them outside of Domino's. It rained one day, and they got ruined. These
Oh,
radios were from the police. So police donated these radios to I don't know who, and he
right.
just resold them. So they're worth, each one of them, around $120. And I'm talking that I had at least 40 radios there.
But you left them out in the rain?
And they got ruined. So after that mistake, I stopped doing eBay for a while. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through that.
Yeah.
A lot of people go through that. So yeah, it's just, we're gonna make mistakes, but we have to keep going, and it's part of it. The mistake, the returns. Sometimes I sell things and I end up paying. Well, not anymore, but at the beginning, I would sell things and end up paying more for shipping than what I sold the item for.
Right. Yeah.
It's things that you go through.
I remember I bought it at I was like Friday estate sale. I bought these NASCAR glasses, and it was like 10 or 12 glasses from all the different tracks around the country. And by the time I ended up packing them up, shipping them off to the guy, I didn't make any money.
It's part of it.
That's part of it. And I was like, man, that dude, it was great because I'm glad it got to him and nothing broke. But I didn't make any money. But not every, if you're a legitimate business, a box store, they don't sell everything. They don't make money. They've got cost losers. They've got non-productive inventory that they could practically give away, or they write it off and they throw it in the trash. So why should our business be any different?
Exactly.
Except we don't have all the overhead. We've probably got more opportunity than box stores. You just got to figure out your niche, and you got to change. I think this will be my third, fourth quarter, and I'm still kind of trying to figure it out.
So Marie says that they hide clearance items.
I've heard that too. The Rise and Grind has said that before, because didn't he work at Walmart? And he said he used to go behind the curtain and grab stuff out of carts that was supposed to be on clearance.
Why would they do that? I don't understand. Why?
One of the things was, I think they would clearance it out because it'd be seasonal, so it would affect the manager's margin. And so if he doesn't sell it at clearance and it makes it through the clearance time, then they can put it back out at full price when it returns to being seasonal. And then maybe another thing would be maybe the employees are picking out of it as opposed to customers. I can't honestly say if I worked retail and I knew things were going on clearance, I'd be setting aside stuff for me and my family before I'd be setting aside for the customer. I'd probably get in trouble for it, but you know what I'm saying? You look out for yourself first.
Yeah, right.
So
I thought about getting a job in Goodwill, but then I imagine myself just putting the things on.
you imagine, well, supposedly Goodwill employees aren't allowed to buy from, behind the scenes or whatever. We've
But
got
that's simple. You text your friend or your wife, hey, come get all this that it's sitting here and take it.
You get busted. You have the signal like, hey, this is the cart and that's the tote that's got the hot stuff in the bottom. I'm sure that I'm sure that's been tried and done before.
Yeah.
I've got a restore, and Marsha's the manager, and she said, John, man, you're in here all the time. You should come work here. And I said, I can't do it because my wife wouldn't put up with me bringing home all this stuff.
Yeah.
But you'd get first dibs on it because she said, you don't have to, if you see something you want, you can buy it. So.
Oh, that's good.
I was in the Salvation Army one time, and a lady was putting out books one night. It was a Wednesday night because Wednesday's 50% off, and that was when I was going out buying clothes and all that. And she was putting books on the shelf, and I said, oh, you work for Salvation Army? And she said, no, I'm a volunteer. And she was in there scanning the books before she put them on the shelf. So she basically volunteered her time, but she would scan it. And I said, so can I go through those? And she said, yeah, kind of like she knew she couldn't get away with it. And there was a Rolex catalog in there, and then there was a book on BMW or something. And I think I bought the BMW book, and I just recently sold that. And the Rolex book, any old like sales catalogs for like Rolex and
I bet
they sell.
I bet, yeah.
And I think
it's
I
funny.
passed up on it, and gosh knows I set it back in the box, and she didn't even have to scan it. She put it in her box.
It's funny that there's stuff that I've sold before. Right now, I basically buy anything that I see interesting. I look it up because there's things that even if you think that it's not gonna sell,
right,
you buy them all the time.
Yep,
It's crazy. People buy things that you will never imagine they want to buy those kind of stuff. That's the beauty of eBay. People want to buy everything.
So Brady, he was with me that night, and he said, Dad, you got enough junk. And I said, okay, put it back down. And then, man, that lady picked it right up. I was like, gosh, man. But kids will tell you the truth.
I'm looking for a video. The other day I was looking the series, I think it's called The Ranch. And this lady said exactly what we do, but I'm trying to look for it. If I find it, I'll share it with you guys. It's funny. Oh, it's right here. Let me see. You guys can see it. So they ask her what she does.
It's a global online marketplace for amateur craftsmen and artisans. I take old shit from garage sales and I jack up the price and then I sell it to rich assholes.
Were you able to hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually, it's funny, but it's true. There's items that we buy for so cheap, and there's people that maybe, I don't know, they're extremely rich that don't know what to waste their money in.
Right.
And they're just buying everything, everything.
That's why, if you go to a yard sale and say, hey, I'll come by and pick up all your stuff and haul it to the thrift store for you or whatever, all it takes is a couple items that they didn't sell and nobody bought that you can flip, and it's worth your time. And then you got to say, what's the value of your time? Would it be worth picking up all that stuff, hauling to the thrift store for a $50 bill?
Actually, my intention right now is to buy a trailer. I definitely need a trailer, and to go tell them, hey, my services, pick up your trash. I charge this much an hour, because with this guy, if I would have told him I charge this much an hour, he would still leave me valuable things.
Right.
So mine is, depending what I see in the action, in the storage, and wherever they're trying to get rid of the stuff, it's if I decide to charge or not.
Right.
Like this house that I did with the guy, it was extremely messy. So the guy was gonna spend at least $200 to $300 to get it cleaned up.
Right.
That's why I say he wasn't very smart. He should have just left the things, like, okay, I'm not gonna pay anymore.
You're in a good relationship, man, because it's tough to find people who are willing to go out there and hustle and do the work.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, gosh, I I've got two boys that are, they're good workers, but I got to realize they're still kids too, man. They still need to have a childhood. They don't need to be working all the time. But when I do ask them to work, they get out there and hustle. And
Yeah.
then I've got other guys that I'm trying to help out that won't return a phone call, or they drank too much, or they did some drugs, and they.
Yeah, it's tough. Me personally, I was when I was 7 years old, I was with my grandpa in his ranch. He had cows and all this kind of stuff. So every time that we would go to Mexico for vacation, I would go and work with him. So I started waking up at 4 a.m. I started doing all these things that I think pretty much help me nowadays,
Right.
But yeah, people who do okay. Yeah, but I love this business. I really like it.
There's so many, it's like it's competitive, but it's not. There's so many different niches. If you just kind of find your niche, and my problem is I have mission creep, man. I'm like, one week I'm doing this, another week, oh, that's a great idea. And so then I'm a master of none.
Oh, I have the exact same problem, but it's not 1 week. It's in the exact same moment. I can go right now to my garage and say, I'm going to clean this out.
Right.
I'm doing that, and suddenly I turn around, see something else, and jump to it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of tough. Aaron is saying that the Craigslist hunter, because actually what he does is my goal. I would love to have a store like that.
Right.
And just be selling stuff like that. That's what I would love to do at the end of the day. That he has so much work, but it's a lot of money. It's true. Him, it looks like they're just putting apart the things that it's good for him to sell. He doesn't really need to go in there and help clean out. This is a company that's cleaning out the stuff, and he's gonna end up buying it. So
man, look at too. He's got help.
Did you see that video, John?
He's got help. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you should see that video. It's crazy. So it's a guy that passed away, and it's a huge warehouse. And for me, this guy was a reseller. I mean, he was showing a lot of DVD combos, brand new in the box.
Right.
And we're talking about 8 or 9, all stacked up. A bunch of parts for engines and stuff like that. You should go see that video. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's true, Pete. Yeah, his name is Pete. Yeah, I like his channel. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. John, I'm gonna go.
Hey man, I'm going too, man. I might go first.
It's 8:15 right now. It's still
11.
early.
It's
But
11.
I have to wake up at 4. We have
You got to get up at 4.
Yeah, I don't know why they do the show so early. So I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to be in the show.
Well, it's East Coast time because they're East Coasters. So that's why.
But like this time will be perfect. I wouldn't be like.
Well, hey, you're welcome. I might be. Well, I've got bus at 9, so I'm out with the kids on the bus and all that. But you can pop in anytime, man. It's been fun.
Sounds good.
And thanks for hanging out with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Hey, remember to go get all the crap in the garage. Don't forget to do that. Okay.
I need actually. That's why I'm drinking this one. I'm gonna go in there for an hour or 2 and then go to sleep.
All right, man. Hey, Chris. Good talking to you.
Good talking to you, John. Take care.
Good night. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
All right, man. That's good. We got 2 nights in a row. We've got some good quality guests, good commentary, good comments. Yeah, John, it's still early for me too. I'm a night owl. My wife and I are almost in exact opposite shifts, but she's got to get up. She's a librarian at the middle school, and so it's been a tough transition from summer and back to school. And then she's got Cooper with her and all that. So our weekends are like family time, and in their week it's kind of just a different schedule. And then I've been spending a little bit too much time probably on YouTube and all that, but I'm enjoying these chats and getting to know people and people popping in. All right, Justin's taking off too, I guess. Marie's taking off. Who else is taking off? Everybody's still here though. But I don't want to make it too long because last night was a little long. So thank you guys for popping in. I'm not sure when we'll do it live again. I'll probably wind down and do another one later on in the week after I get some stuff done. I'll give you an update for the home show and what's going on. So, all right. Hey, Kendall, you want to come over here and say like, subscribe, and all that? You don't? Uh-oh. Oh, so Aaron, you're welcome for providing. We've been providing background noise for your listing. I need to get on somebody's chat. I was kind of involved tonight, but start listing again some more stuff too. So, all right, you guys. Thanks again from Richmond, Virginia. Dad's Vintage Garage. Like, subscribe, comment, share the channel if you want, and go out there and do something for your business tonight. It's not over. Buenas noches.